is enough said.
What up, Heat Nation? Yo, boy Ernest here. Back with another Miami Heat Talk video. Hope you guys are having a great Sunday so far. Don't forget to like the video, share, subscribe, click the notification bell. Please help your boy grow this channel. Now that we got that out the way, please join me as we go on another Miami Heat Talk adventure. Now, before we get to today's topic, I want to mention something that happened today that was really cool. I was with the family. I was out spending time with my wife, my daughters, and my mom. Just having some family time. I was posting some shorts for you guys. While I was in the restaurant, one of you guys, my subscribers, came up to me and wished me well, said you love the channel. Never caught your name, bro. I know you were leaving with your wife, but I'm sure you might see this episode. So I just want to let you know, thank you. You guys have no idea how difficult it is sometimes running a YouTube channel, trying to create ideas, trying to make it interesting, trying to make it different. Because I know there's a lot of other Miami Heat channels out there, big channels like mine. So I know there's a lot of different content. And I try to be a little bit different in my way. And one thing that I love is I put my face out there because it's who I am. So when you guys come to me, and it's not been the first time today, it's happened multiple times before. All of you guys that have come to me, you know I'm very approachable. I love when you guys come up and say hi. So if you ever see me, don't hesitate. I love it. Thank you guys so much. It's because of y'all why I'm able to do this channel. So let's go ahead and talk Miami Heat basketball because I am super excited for today's episode because we're not talking about trade rumors. We're not talking about who's going to be on the team, who's going to leave. We ain't talking about drama. No, we're going to talk about something fun today. We're going to talk about what the expectations are for the 2026 season. Now, it was reported earlier from Barry Jackson that the Miami Heat may look to keep the roster as is and not add a 15th player by the season start. So we pretty much have seen what this roster is going to be moving forward. Oh, forgot to mention a happy birthday to Bam Adebayo. It was yesterday. Bam just hit his 28th year, 28 years old, just entering his prime. So that's the first subject that I want to get to. I'm excited about this 2026 season, you guys, because this current Miami Heat roster, I feel like they have something to prove. They really have something to prove. We're looking at guys like Tyler Herro, Bam Adebayo to take that step as leaders. We know that there was the Jimmy Butler drama last year. This team started a completely different way going into the 2025 season, having Jimmy Butler as your leader, and then having Bam and Tyler as his number 2, number 3 option. Then there was that whole contract extension dispute. Jimmy Butler, at first you can see, he was playing preseason games, he was with the team, then just shut off. Stop giving effort, stop really trying. But the funny thing that people forget to mention, and people I believe forget, during the Jimmy Butler drama, the Heat were still top 5, top 6 in the Eastern Conference. We're still playing really good. It wasn't until it got real serious with the suspensions and all this stuff, I really feel like it became a distraction. And that's what marred us with the 10-game losing streak. Then you traded midseason for Andrew Wiggins, Davion Mitchell, Kyle Anderson. They were trying to get acclimated in the team. I also feel like it's not just the players, it's Spo. Spo really needs to redeem himself. Spo was making some really bad decisions last year coaching, especially that blunder he made against the Detroit Pistons, calling a timeout at the end of the game when you had no timeouts left. I really feel the whole Jimmy Butler drama put a damper into last year. Then you had all the injuries. Andrew Wiggins came here. For those that say they want Wiggins out this team, I've even mentioned to myself he doesn't really look like he wants to be here. I think Wiggins needs to show those people wrong. I think if you're going to be here and step up. And it's not like Wiggins wasn't giving effort. Wiggins last year in the Miami Heat was averaging about 19 points a game, 40% from the three-point line. He was playing really good. It was just that he suffered the hamstring injury. Then Nikola Jovic had the hand injury. So we were hampered by injury last year. Not like seasons past, but we were hampered by injury. So I'm excited, you guys, because this Miami Heat team, we've made a lot of changes. The biggest change was trading for Norman Powell. You've added a guy on this roster who can consistently score next to Tyler Herro. I look at next season being an opportunity that we can potentially have maybe 6 players 7 possibly, average over double figures. You have guys like Tyler Hero and Norman Powell. Both averaged over 20 points a game last season. Tyler averaged 24, Norman averaged 22. They both averaged 40% behind the three-point line. Bam Adebayo last year averaged 18 points, almost 10 rebounds. You know what Kel'el Ware brings to the table. He's a double-double machine. I'd love for him to get those blocks numbers up. Next year, if Spo's giving Kel'el Ware more than 30 points a game, I can see Ware average anywhere from 12 to 15 points a game, 10 to 12 rebounds, hopefully get like to over 2 blocks a game. I want Kel'el Ware to be the Brook Lopez that was next to Giannis Antetokounmpo. I think Kel'el Ware can be that, maybe even better. Then you have Wiggins, a guy who has championship pedigree coming back on this team. You have Davion Mitchell, who's going to be your sixth man. And honestly, it doesn't really matter. If you can convince Norman Powell to be the sixth man and have Davion and Tyler start, but I wouldn't mind if Spo went with the starting lineup of Tyler Hero, Norman Powell, Wiggins, Bam, and Ware. I think that's a great starting lineup, but it's all about what you're bringing off the bench. You need firepower off the bench. Davion Mitchell's going to be your sixth man. You have Jaime Jaquez and Nikola Jovic. You traded Duncan Robinson, but you got back Simone Fontecchio, another three-point sniper, a guy that's killed the Miami Heat in the past. Pallel Larson has stepped up. That's going to be the thing next year, you guys, I'm noticing. The guard small forward position, there's 9 guys that can play this position. 9 guys on this team. You know, you have Wiggins. Well, I said Pickens. You have Wiggins, Norman Powell, Tyler Hero, but then you have Jaime Jaquez, Pallel Larson, Davion Mitchell. You also have Haywood Highsmith, Simone Fontecchio, Kasparis Jonas. There's going to be a lot of players on that roster. Now, what you need to figure in is your power rotation. I think we have enough. You have Kel'el Ware, you have Bam, you have Nikola Jovic. Hopefully, as of right now, the only other center you have is Vlad Golden. You know, he's showing little sparks, but he's a two-way player. You don't really know what you're going to get with him. I really wish the Miami Heat could maybe add another center in free agency. You have your biannual exception to give. So we may add somebody there. But when you look at this roster, you guys, when you look at this Miami Heat team, it's a much better team than last year. Last year, this team went 37-45. I can easily see this Miami Heat team. We can be anywhere from 41-41 to, I think we can be maybe 48-34. Maybe shock some people and win 50 games. I think this Miami Heat roster, a bad average year can win 40 games. But we can also shock people and win 50 games. That's where I think the ceiling on this Miami Heat team can be. A 50-32 team. But we can easily be 40-42. That's how tight this Eastern Conference is next season. We've seen it in years past, you guys. 5 to 10 games can make it and break it for you in the Eastern standings. Hell, 1 to 3 games can make it or break it. 1 to 3 games can put you from the 10th seed all the way to like the 5th or 4th seed. We saw that last year. We saw that in years past. So I feel that with this Miami Heat roster, with an open Eastern Conference next year, you bring this team in a full training camp, allow Spo to figure out the right rotation, allow Bam and Tyler to step up and be those leaders. That's why I'm kind of glad we didn't trade for Kevin Durant, you guys. You're going to allow Tyler and Bam to really go into their first training camp being the leaders as this team. Because last training camp, it was with Jimmy Butler. This year, it's all about Tyler and Bam running the show. And I'm excited, you guys, because I feel that this Miami Heat team is not going to be a boring mid-team. I think it's going to be a very fun young team. But one thing I will say, and one thing that I love that Pat Riley and Andy Ellsberg has done, especially with the Norman Powell trade, is the fact that we still have all of our young assets like Kel'el Ware, Jaime Jaquez, Nikola Jovic, Pallel Larson. We have all those young assets. We still have our multiple first-round draft picks. We still have expiring contracts in Terry Rozier and Andrew Wiggins. And for those screaming at the camera right now saying, well, how could he be happy we kept Terry Rozier? I'm not saying I'm happy he's on the team. I'm saying that the Miami Heat have kept themselves with the right amount of flexibility to make a trade if a star becomes available. It might not be now. It might not be August. It might not be September. It might be December. It might be January, kind of like the Jimmy Butler situation last year. That might happen again this year, where a disgruntled player is frustrated and fed up with his team that he asks for a trade. And if that happens, believe me, with the Miami Heat having all the assets they have, they can easily swoop in and make a trade and not have to give up their core pieces like Bam, Tyler, Powell, Ware, Mitchell. This is something that I feel is going to be big for the Miami Heat moving forward. But more importantly, even if we don't make a trade, even if we don't make a move, I'm loving this team because we've given ourselves so much cap flexibility after the 2026 season potentially. We have our draft pick completely protected for us, and we have a good enough team to contend in the East. And I think right now, that's enough. So Heat Nation, I want to hear from you. Let me know what you think about this 2026 Miami Heat team. Do you think they're doomed for a play-in? I don't think so. I think they can compete for top 6. I really believe so. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. The 2026 Miami Heat season is going to be fun. Fun, fun, fun. And I am so excited. We got 3 months till NBA basketball. Gonna have a lot of content for you guys. Thank y'all so much for supporting the channel. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, your boy Ernest out. And that is enough said.